Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. I think that you can hear me. Hopefully, you can. Um, my name is Wordy Girl, and I'm here for the New Year's stream. Yes, it looks very weird here. I still haven't actually, fully created everything. I'm still in OBS. I'm not used to OBS. I am used to Twitch Studio, which crashed, unfortunately, and I had to start, a new setup. Classified user is here. Hello, I'm back, says classified user. Welcome. I appreciate it. I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me correctly. If not, please let me know. If anything looks weird, well, everything's going to look weird for a second. But if anything looks too strange, let me know. You can hear me? Great. All right. I just needed to make sure that my computer was plugged in because last time that happened, my whole computer just shut down and the whole stream shut down. And I don't want that to happen again. I did try to do the little crop thing that Tiberian told me about. I think it worked a little bit. Yes, you remember that. Yeah. And then I said, oh, drat, that was not a good thing. But I'm glad you're back. And it's a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. I know we're already 17 days into the new year, and it doesn't seem like a new year anymore, but it's still a new year, and we're still doing lots of things. Bad computer. Yes. Yeah, it was a lot going on. Yeah, so let us know, how is everything going with you guys in the chat. Feel free to let me know how your holidays went, how your new year is going so far, and any plans that you guys are, working on. Feel free to just drop all that stuff in the chat. We're just chatting. Of course, we do have World Ember going on. We have this stuff. All these things are weird. The setup. I need to, get used to this. But it's okay. I actually am missing something here, but it's okay. I'm doing good, and the holidays were amazing, says classified user. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Yes, holidays can be wonderful, and I'm glad that you had a great time. And I'm glad that you're doing good so far in the new year. Is there anything creative you guys are working on currently, or are you just chilling out? Because I do know it was quite a rush at the end of the year. TempestKwake is here. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, it's a new year, it's a new stream, and I am in a new setup, and I don't like it yet, but we are just gonna roll with it for now. I need to get new lighting as well. My lights are horrible. My old light broke, and now my new light is not bright enough. And then the setup needs a refresh, of course. Tempest says, I am working on an audiobook. That's so awesome. Congratulations. Please let us know what it's about, and if you have anything to link, feel free to do so. I am currently working on the second part of the trilogy of the audiobook that I released last year. I was supposed to release all 3 of the parts in that 1 year. Unfortunately, I was not able to, but it's okay. It's a new year. We're gonna do it. First time chat. Obi Shaker says hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. It is my first book. I can grab the link for the physical ebooks. Great. That's awesome. Please do let us know about it so we can check it out. But yes, I love audiobooks. Personally, I'm just such a busy person that sometimes I do not have the time, unfortunately, to sit down and read a book, which I love to do, though. I love to sit down, read a physical book, that just feels so good. But sometimes, realistically, I do not have the time to do so. So I appreciate audiobooks very much, because while I'm busy doing stuff, working, especially working from home, stuff like that, or just washing dishes, doing chores, I can have the ebook in my ear, the audiobook in my ear, and I can be, exploring as I am working. Handy dandy Linky. Thank you. I appreciate that. Speaking of, we need to get something up on the screen here. Reaper, book 1 of the Reaper saga. Interesting. Nice little website as well. I'm going to show it over here for you guys. That's a nice clean site. Awesome. This looks so very interesting. And I like how it displays your other books as well and places to follow you. So thank you so much for sharing that. Everybody check out Eli. Interesting indeed. Yes, classified user it is. Very interesting. Speaking of this, I was working on my World Anvil lately. That does look clean, says Obi Shaker. Yes, it does. It looks so clean. Such knowledge, yes. So the thing I was doing the other day is because my world page on World Anvil was looking very cluttered and I didn't like it. So I decided to go back through it and try to, you know, make it smoother. And I ended up doing that, and I think that I did quite a good job. If you guys want to check it out, feel free to. Tempest says, I can't take credit. Books 3 Read is a great site. My own is a mess. Oh, Books 2 Read. I was about to say. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Books 2 Read sounds like a good site, and I can look into it as well. But yeah, your own site. Feel free to link it if you like. My site was a mess as well. I need to clean it up. This is my site for my current project, Secret Agent Someone, and I've kind of neatened it up, and I think it looks better than it did at first. At first, it was very cluttered, but it may still look cluttered to some. But this looks better, in my opinion, than it did at first. I'm going to go into an incognito window just to show you guys how it will look if you are not logged into World Anvil. Yep, if you're not logged into World Anvil, it says log in and create a free account for more interactive features, which is something I'm proud of. I appreciate the World Anvil Discord because that's where I learned how to do some CSS. The Codex also helps, but the Discord is great for, I was like, how do I show something when people are logged in and then show something else when people are logged out? And they let me know, and I am so thankful to them. Tempest says, I can another day. I should probably make sure everything's updated first. No problem at all. Yeah, everything, I totally understand. Like, I was looking at this and I'm like, what do I want to do? I want to redo this. So I didn't even put my table of contents on this area. I have instead articles of interest, and then I have it where you can link to a page that basically shows all of the table of contents and stuff like that, because that was clouding up my whole page and it just looked so cluttered. Cryzen website still not updated in like a year. Yes, understandable. You know, sometimes I look and say, wait, like at the bottom it said copyright 2022. I said, oh man, I have to change that. But yeah, my other website, I really need to update this site as well. Yeah, this is so old. I have not updated in a while. Yeah, and I there's so much I want to do with this site. The main thing that I usually use is just this social media site where I link all the places that I am. I do also have a featured on a section where you can find all the places online that I'm featured, but I feel like I should probably redo this because this looks a little bit weird and the colors are like too bold. I mean, not bold at all. They're like pastel and they're just like weird. I don't know. Some of them are weird, like the colors. I don't know. I am making myself dizzy doing all that scrolling. But yeah, I totally understand that needing to update a site. It's totally fine. And yes, the year has just started, but it's already so very busy. It doesn't have the cover for the 3rd book in my series, which comes out in March. I guess I am taking a break to update my website, says Tempest. Oh, no problem. I totally understand that. Currently, I've sent part, Well, he already did some of it, but the second part of the book, he already did some of it. He's working on another part now. And after he's done with that, I will probably release the second part of my trilogy in February, hopefully. Not sure if it's going to actually happen, but that is the plan. Yeah. But yes, cheers to plans. I have this cool new Kofi mug, which my light is doing horrible things where you cannot see. But oh no, you can't see the heart. Okay, there we go. That's awesome. So if you're familiar with the site Kofi, where you can donate and stuff like that, this is a mug with it's a mug for the Kofi merch. So it's just like the little mug that is the site. And then on the other side it says, create, create, create. Yes. And I like this mug. I was very thirsty, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, Kofi is, yes, coffee mugs. Coffee mugs. Yes, I like mugs. Let's see if Handsome is here. Handsome, are you there? Yes, Handsome co-host is in the chat. So if you'd like to see my Kofi page, you can click that wordgirl.com/support that Handsome co-host put in the chat, and that is where you can find my support site, and it's right here. But this is the cute little mug that I have, and I like having it in real life. It's fun. But yeah, if you do support, there is supposed to be something fun that happens, but I forgot. It's not going to happen because guess what? I switched over to OBS and I didn't set that up yet here. But don't worry, I will set it up soon. In fact, no, I can't do that now. All right, anyways, what are we doing? If you are from World Anvil and you are out there and you would like me to read your article, please redeem a read my article, please, in the little wisps. If you see under the chat bar, there are little wisp icons, and if you use them, you can buy things. They don't cost real money. There's little things in the shop you can buy, and if you want me to read an article of yours, I can do so. If you click that redeem my article please, or read my article please, I think. Yes, and it's a little scroll. So I was working on my reading challenge article. And where did it go? It's gone. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so basically I have not done any reading yet. But I do have a lot of cool people that suggested articles that I can read, and they said that they did not mind if I read it on stream for them. So that's nice. We can go over those. But if you are in the chat and you have something you would like me to read, feel free to let me know. If you are not part of World Ember or World Anvil, that's okay. If you want to do anything else, we can still do it. There's so many other things in the chat that you can redeem. There's prayer requests. You can pause if there's an ad playing. You can get me to celebrate anything. You can get me to, you can suggest some kind of New Year plan. You can unlock random sub emotes. You can modify emotes. You can ask me to do something random. I can tell a funny story. Co-host can do something. I can sing something. Someone can say something. Someone else would, which is my current work. Main character of my current work in progress. You can activate music. You can hijack the stream in all kinds of ways and make us do stuff fun. But for now, Tempest has redeemed read my article, please, and read about my batties, says Tempest. Ooh, interesting. A bat species. So let's see what these are. All right. Fleece bats. He's. Oh, he's bats. I thought it was FL. Okay. I see it. He's bats. Okay, he's bat. Let's see. Basic information. Anatomy. This megabat species of bat has a long snout, large eye sockets, and small ears, giving them a more dog like appearance than most other bats. Interesting. They also have a set of claws on the second digit of their wings. They have a yellow patagium, which is a thin fold of skin present between a bat's forelegs and hind legs, which helps them fly. I like when you guys use tooltips. Great job for the tooltip. And bright orange to red fur on the main part of their body. Their wingspan is approximately 0.95 meters, which is 3.12 feet, to 1.1 meters, which is 3.6 feet. Whoa, those are some long wingspans, wide wingspans. These are big bats. He's bats have two mating periods throughout the 13th month cycle on Bell. I think it's Bell, maybe Bale. Don't know. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please let me know. The first is during tending, usually early in the month. Gestation typically lasts around 6 months, leading to pups in harvest. The second mating period is in late feasting, leading to pups in early riot. Although most he's only give birth to one pup at a time, twins are not unknown. Interesting. Male he's bats take the lead in mating, pursuing females by bringing them choice bites of fruit, displaying their prowess with fire spells. Interesting. The queen he's bat will choose the most flame-tastic male bat for herself, leaving the lesser casters to her matriarchs. Tempest says, I have no idea how to pronounce Vale, and it's a problem. Oh no. Well, it's good that you have the name for it. You know, sometimes I actually think that too. And, like, especially when I have voice actors doing stuff, I'm like, how do you pronounce this? I want to know how you pronounce it. And then if I like how they pronounce it, I say, okay, that sounds good. If people don't know how to pronounce it, I'm like, okay, that's a problem. I have to come up with something. Let's see. Very extensive article. It's not too much more. We can read more. Let's see. He's bat pups are nursed by their mothers for 1 to 4 weeks. After that, they are large enough to find their own fruit. Although it is another 2 to 4 months until they can cast their own fire spells. Although young pups are capable of casting fire spells as young as 6 months old, they will not usually participate in mating rituals until they are at least a year old. Onyx Archer is here. Hi, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. We are reading right now He's Bat Species by TempestKwake. And we're reading some, World Ember articles from World Anvil. If you do have one that you would like me to read, feel free to redeem that. Read my article, please, with the wisps. Or if you're just chatting, feel free to let us know what you're doing this new year. What are your plans? How did everything go? What's up so far? Or you can just lurk and chill out. They don't cast fire spells until they're 2 to 4 months. 2 to 4 months, but they don't start mating until at least a year old. Makes sense. Ecology and habitats. Heath bats are native to the fiery crescent, and that is a linked article. Nice. They live in lava tubes, both active and dormant, and eat the fruits native to the islands. Dietary needs and habits. Heath bats are fruit bats, although they do not eat the fiber from many of the fruits they eat. Instead, they take large bites of whatever fruit they are eating and use their powerful jaw to extract all the juice from the piece of fruit. Once the juice is extracted, they spit out the fiber, including seeds. This helps to propagate new fruit trees or bushes, along with any bat guano dropped while eating. While often the bats will eat in the same tree or bush they got the fruit from. Sometimes it is safer to fly off and find a new perch elsewhere. Sometimes this requires flying to other islands in the fiery crescent, hoping to spread the seeds to new places. Lava tubes, says classified user. I did so much bat research for this article. That is so evident here, and that's awesome. Yes, I love doing research. Sometimes it can lead you down rabbit holes, but you come out with lots of trivia that you haven't known before. So that is a plus. And I like when articles are very detailed and they're kind of realistic, but still there's a fictional element because it is your own. But, you know, that research shows, and that is awesome. Bats are amazing. They are classified user, and you love research too. That's awesome. Um, Behavior. Heath bats are largely crepuscular. I love crepuscular. Um, and a little tooltip so that you guys can see. Active in twilight. Yes. Um, with a small amount of activity during nocturnal hours. But when the sun sets, there's still light in the sky. They leave their roots in the lava tubes found all throughout the fiery crescent and go in search of fruits all over the islands. While they will more commonly stick to the same island as their roosting point, those roosting on similar islands may go to larger ones to find enough food for their entire colony. When heath bats are only fertile during the months of tending and feasting, they do display sexual behavior outside of those months for social purposes. Likewise, they squeak to cast fire spells to scare off predators, but also have been known to squeak in speech-like patterns without casting spells. Yes. I wonder, so does that mean they don't really talk words? Maybe they just screech to communicate altogether? Um, that's possible, I guess. I don't know enough about your world to know. Like, are these some of the humanoid creatures, or are these creatures that humanoids come in contact with and they don't fully understand? Kind of like animals. I'm getting that it's probably the latter. Yeah, they're just bats. Yeah, but they're just very big. But they are bats. Yes, I got it. Heath bats live in matriarchal colonies ruled over by a queen bat and her court of other matriarchs. The queen will lead the colony to where they can find food at dusk and then sometime in early to midnight back to their roosts in the lava tubes. The only time male heath bats are considered as dominant is in tending and feasting when females are fertile. Domestication, ill-advised at best. Guano and fire everywhere. Uses, products, and exploitation. While it is it's difficult to collect from anywhere but the floor of a lava tube. Their guano is a rich fertilizer highly sought after by the goths of the mainland. And that's another article linked. Harvested largely by Phoenix and exported by the Merklurk in exchange for protection from the Goths as they visit their families outside of the Fiery Crescent on the rare occasions that a member of this godless clan of Black Shore, and I see that this looks like it is an article that is private, visits the Fiery Crescent, they trade also for this fertilizer. Found only in the Fiery Crescent. Average intelligence. While they are certainly intelligent enough to cast fire spells and seem to communicate with each other in squeaks, they are not considered as sapient. Yes. They are also not domesticated and should not be kept as pets. That is something that's been reiterated. Although many bats have echolocation abilities, heath bats do not. They don't. Oh no. They do make noise heard by island residents as a high-pitched squeaking. The squeaking is suspected to be a form of spellcasting and is often heard before the fiery signature of the heath bats overhead is seen as they dodge predators. Yes, I do see a typo as well. I was going to say noise. It looks like the noise meme. I don't think that that was what you meant. I think you meant the word noise, but that's still nice. Nice. The article is nice. Yes. But thank you so much for sharing this interesting species. And it was supposed to be noise, not nice. Well, I will still say that the article is nice. Okay. Animalia chordata, Mammalia Chioptera. I'm not going to pronounce all that, but I do know that, yes, this is derivative of the real scientific name of bats. I am sure. Lifespan 10 years. Color, tint, and marking body. They're yellow to red in color depending on the part of the body in question. They are often likened to the color of flame in the air. Nice. So thank you so much again to TempestKwake for sharing that awesome article. And I will post the link in the chat again if you guys would like to go check it out on your own time. I would love to see maybe some art for it, but I love, even though you didn't have art, like visual art, you were very clear in illustrating how they look in the text, and that is something that I really appreciate, because even when you cannot see it, you can describe. You described their wingspan, which let me know how like they were quite large for bats. You described their coloration and how they remind you of flames in the air, and that is something that is very awesome. It is not uncommon for fruit bats to not have echolocation, actually. Interesting. Yeah, when you think bats, you think echolocation, but I guess not all of them have it. I guess a lot of them, especially fruit bats, they don't really hunt. So, you know, they don't really need it as much, I guess, as other bats. Also, depending on how well their eyesight is, a lot of bats don't really see well, so they have to use the echolocation to find their way. But anyways, thank you so much for this article. It's very interesting. I like it. It's very informative, and it did paint the picture vividly, even though there was not art yet. As you said, you're still working on the art. Drawing bats is hard. Yes, yeah, I can imagine. I had to draw some weird bat-like creatures for a kind of an RPG thing I did years ago, and it was so challenging. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna draw these, and they don't really look good. I'm just gonna draw them and then say that they're bats. Is Batman related to these bats? Asks classified user. I wonder. So Tolkien, yes. Yeah, I like it. So thank you again for this article. So I will copy this article block right now and take it to this article, my article, for reading. So one of the things that we're trying to do is we are supposed to be telling something that we learned from the article. One of the things that I saw that you displayed very well in this article was the fact that even though it didn't have art, as I mentioned, you were very descriptive in your text. And that's something that I appreciate very much. Wait. Oh, never mind. I did it wrong. But I'm going to put that here. I'm going to type out, what I learned from it. There's more to learn from it as well. But one of the key takeaways I see is the fact that you were very descriptive. And I was able to imagine. I liked the wording you used about how they look like fire in the air and stuff like that. Because at first, when you think of bats, a lot of times, of course, I think of the dark black bats and stuff like that, maybe brown. But these are so colorful and orange and bright and yellow and like flames flapping through the air. And that is a very vivid picture. And I appreciate you painting that picture through this article. No Batman lives in Gotham. These bats live on Vale. One day, Tempest. Says classified user. Yeah, maybe an alternate dimension Batman. I have no idea. But anyways, thank you so much again for sharing this article. And clapping, clapping, clapping. I still don't have the clapping sound effect. But I can cheer though. Woohoo! Thank you for that article. It was really nice to read through that. If anybody else has anything for me to read through, feel free to drop it in the chat. In the meantime, I guess we will just gonna lurk now. Gotta go, be right back. I think the mail is here and I'm expecting a package. Okay, cool. Feel free to lurk. Hopefully the package is here. Classified user says, I have a writing question. Feel free. Go ahead. What is your writing question? I usually do not drink out of a mug with my left hand, but this is the thing about this. I would love for the mug, the handle to be on the other side. But I guess they're trying to make it like the real cup. But this side doesn't have the heart. It has create, but that's okay. Anyways, talking about this mug too much. Feel free to drop your writing question in the chat. Let's see if I can go over here for a moment and oh yes, while we are waiting, please do know that you can also use those wisps in the chat to redeem things, but you can also contribute them to a lovely Valentine's Day stream if you would like me to dress up in the morning and the evening of February 14th, and that's a Tuesday next month. And I will have drinks and food and do a little Valentine's date stream. If you would like that, please contribute wisps to that goal. 14223, which is for February 14th, 2023. Feel free to contribute those wisps to that goal so that that can be a fun thing we do on that day. If you would rather not, feel free to do whatever you want with the wisps. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm going to see if I can get stream alerts. There we go. And I'm going to copy the stream alert. I'm supposed to have this sound here. Okay, there we go. And we will yeah, you guys can't see anything that I'm doing. What I'm doing is adding my Ko-fi alerts to the stream. Sorry. But yeah, feel free to keep writing as I'm just doing this. I'm just waiting for your writing question. If you have it, feel free to put it in the chat. If you would like to talk about something else, feel free to do that too. Okay. It's not showing. All right, there we go. I will try to add it to the stream now. I don't know if they're gonna let me do it while we're streaming, but let's see. Ah! I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright, hopefully you can see my face again, if you couldn't before. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see, 300. Alright, the classified user has come up with their question. Let's see what it is. I am writing about a science fiction fantasy story, and one of my characters got cloned. When she came across her clone, she hates her female clone. How should she feel about this? So, Are you asking how should the character feel about the female clone? Or are you asking how should the female clone feel about the character? Either way, it's a very interesting concept. I actually had something similar. It wasn't exactly about a female clone. Um, I had a story a long time ago about um, it's like a girl who she didn't know that she was a twin until coincidentally one day she went to a store or something and um, she went to get in the wrong car and then she realized that it wasn't her car and then it was like another person who had the exact same car as her and looked exactly like her or something weird. That was a long time ago. I had that concept. I haven't really done anything with it. But if this is actually a clone, I think I had something similar like that as well, where it's like a scientific experiment on one twin or something. But, anyways, mine is twins, not clones. I would need to know more about the clone. Does the clone know that she's a clone? Does the clone have more information than the real person? It either way, it sounds very interesting. I would love to learn more about this idea. But let's just name real. We'll name one girl real girl, and we'll name one girl clone girl, so that it can be easy to understand. So, real girl comes across clone girl, and she doesn't like clone girl. She hates clone girl. Um, I would want to know more information about why she instantly just hates her. Is it just because she know that it's a clone of her? That's another question. If it's just like she thinks it could be a twin or something, or she like, does she know the reason why it's cloned? Does anybody know the reason why she has a clone? Does the clone know her purpose? You know, why she exists? So these are the questions I would think of before I uh, just, say whether how somebody should feel if they come across a clone. If they know nothing at all, but they do know that is definitely a clone. Um, I don't think my immediate reaction would be hate. I would think I would just be very confused and want to know more. Tempest is back. Neighbor's dog must have been barking for another reason. No mail yet. Oh, man. I know how that is when you're waiting for the mail. Hopefully it comes soon. Um, Classified user says, clone didn't ask to be alive and exist, but she's living sentient being and knows she's a clone, but wants to get along with her. Okay, that's understandable. Um, does anybody know the reason she was made? Like, sometimes in certain, stories, a clone is meant to destroy the original or replace the original or, you know, impersonate the original. Like, is it some kind of malicious intent the reason why she was created, or does she not know her real, true, reason for being created? Or if she does she not want to tell her? Or is this spoilers? If it's spoilers, don't feel obligated to spoil anything. But these are the things that I would think would be something that we should know before we determine how they feel. So yes, the corrupt government. Okay, the corrupt government cloned her. Does she know that the clone is from the government? Because if she does, that would justify the reason why she probably hates the clone. But she doesn't realize that the clone is a real being, and the clone just didn't, like you said, didn't ask to be alive, but she's alive now, and she would rather get along with her, even if her purpose was to do something malicious. She doesn't know. She knows she's alive and a clone of her. Yeah, makes sense. A lot of times, those kinds of things, especially corrupt governments, they probably wouldn't tell her purpose to her, especially if she's a sentient being and she probably doesn't think in a malicious way. She probably will be like, I don't want to do that, which is apparently, yeah. She finds out eventually, yeah, and she's probably kind of hurt when she does. But yeah, so that's justified though. If you want the real girl to hate the clone girl, that makes total sense. Because if you found out there was a clone of yourself, you might just, be like, what? Why? And I could see maybe hate is strong, and maybe just for me because I don't usually say hate too much. But I can tell being really, really annoyed by it, especially if it's a clone of you and you feel like, why are you here? I would have another question. Is this person like a celebrity? Are they famous? Is there a reason for her to have been cloned? Like, yes, dislike and annoyed, yes. Um, like, is there a reason for her to have out of everybody been cloned, or does the government just clone people, just randomly clone everybody? Oh, she's a magic user. Okay, you did say science fiction and fantasy. Makes sense. So they probably wanted to clone her for her magic abilities, probably, without spoiling too much. I'm sure you probably already spoiled too much. Sorry for digging too deep into this, but it's very exciting. It's a very interesting concept. Um, yeah, so it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense for her to, yeah, she's a rare species and a magic user, of course. So they're gonna be like, if we can clone something rare, that is good, especially for a corrupt government. They love that. So yeah, that makes total sense. And the premise of this sounds just very interesting. And I can imagine a situation where they have to be together for whatever reason, and she's annoyed by her, and then the clone just wants to be like a twin sister that she never had, and I can see this really being a very interesting concept. So, when you get done with the story, or at least if you have a snippet that you'd like to share, feel free to send it to me anytime. Cause yeah, that sounds very cool. Nice idea. Yeah, but as you said, your question was how should they feel about each other, and that makes lots of sense. The way you said that the original girl probably will hate the clone because she's a clone, and it's like, why are you even here? And why are you me? Like, that's a total natural reaction. And then the clone's reaction is, why can't we just be friends? I didn't ask to be a clone of you, but I'm a sentient being, and I want to get along. That makes total sense as well, especially if she does not know why she was created. So, yeah, that sounds very good, and I hope that I answered your question, and I think you answered it really, because those emotions were very justified already. That's um, a very nice concept, and a very interesting story. I would love to hear more about. And science fiction mixed with fantasy is always very exciting because there's sci-fi explanations for things, and then there's also magical, mystical explanations for things. Working at the moment, it's going to get spicy. All right. Yeah, so I know once you get a project going, sometimes it takes a while. I have several projects that, like I said, yeah, I don't really think that I might not even finish all of them, but I just like to at least release little short stories to let the world know a little snippet of what I've been working on and what's been cooking up in my brain. But yeah, my current project is trying to be the Secret Agent Someone series, and it's been going pretty good. So I'm glad about that. Um, Thank you so much for sharing about your concept as well. I have an artist working on our clone design. Nice. I like when you get commissions back and it's like, yes, that is so nice to see. So yeah, nice. Art is cool. All right. So, I still don't know how to raid. I haven't been streaming for long anyway, but I will have to go soon. If you guys have anything else that you guys want to redeem in the chat, please do use those wisps. You earn those wisps free when you're just hanging out and chatting and, subscribing and following the channel. So feel free to just use those wisps and they will get replenished whenever you'd like. She looks a little like Audrey Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor mixed with Betty Boop. Nice imagery. I can really get the vibe of how she looks now. That classy, retro, um, elegant style. Yeah, that's really cool. So, is it set in the future or is it like in the past or in the present? Because sometimes, even when it's sci fi, still it can be not always in the future. We don't assume all sci fi is in the future. But it does seem like it's probably futuristic. But I do like the sci fi when it's kind of futuristic, but it has the retro elements and it feels like it's backdated, but it still has sci fi elements in it. Um, so yeah, time periods are very interesting, and I like how in fiction you can mix a little bit from all the different time periods, especially when you're doing fantasies and science fictions. Mixing a little bit of inspiration from all the different time periods just adds to the flavor of your world, and it makes it so exciting. Okay, I feel like I was supposed to. Hmm. Stats. No, that's not it. That's not what I was trying to do. Twitch stats. Okay, that's something that I was looking for. Slow Paced Rider is here. Hey, peeps. Hello. Thank you so much for chatting. First time chatter, Slow Paced Rider. How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. We are just chatting and talking about writing and talking about World Ember if you're part of the World Amble community. If you are not, it's no problem. We're still just hanging out, chatting, talking about our new year, what our plans are for the year, and, how things are going. Of course, this is book one. Yes, it is book one. So, time period takes place in World War One and World War Two with futuristic technology. Nice. I do like historical fiction with sci-fi elements. It's very interesting. Um, Started writing a serial. Yes, interesting. Just kind of chilling, says Slow Paced Writer. Yep, just chilling. Um, I usually would have music or something like that. I have this new setup and I'm still getting used to it. So, excuse our dust, I guess. But yeah, we're just chilling too, just hanging out, talking. If you want to redeem any wisps you see under the chat bar, you can go ahead and, get me to do fun stuff on the stream or contribute to our lovely Valentine's date stream with the wisps if you'd like to. Tempest says, my serial is a slice of life fantasy college story about a girl who accidentally summons an arch dragon as her familiar. Oh, very interesting. Accidentally summons. That is quite a slice of life, and it seems to get exciting really fast. Very interesting there. Yeah, that's an interesting premise. Um, yes, fantasy college story. So was she like in class, or was she practicing outside of class, or um, was she on break, or what? That wherever she accidentally summoned a dragon, that sounds very very interesting. Yep, she was in her familiar summoning class, and oops, oh no. And everybody saw, I'm sure, and there's nothing she could do about it. What is an archdragon? Asks classified user. Well, I feel like it sounds like it's a leader of some kind, like the boss, like a mega, like an archangel or something. Yes, an archdragon is a super duper powerful magical dragon. Yes, a very good description. Um, that's nice. Unlimited powers is classified user. Now, the problem um, is this dragon friendly? Or is the dragon you know, not so friendly? So I guess she's gonna have to learn how to befriend it. I don't know, control it. I don't know, or is it just gonna wreak havoc everywhere? Well, he can be friendly. Wink. Yeah, I get it. Sentient asks classified user. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Yep, says Tempest. So yeah, I guess she summoned it. It has a mind of its own, and she's gonna probably try to befriend it because she just caused a big problem if she can't get it under control. Ruby is here. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. I'm at work, but I still lurk. Nice. Thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate it. Much success with your work. It is quite late in my time zone. I'm sure that some of you guys seem like you're in an earlier time zone because you're waiting for the mail and you're working. I'm not sure. Some people mail runs kind of late though, and some people work kind of late. So that's not necessarily true. But as for me, it is 8 p.m. 8:06 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I have a candle called Healing Potion from Catrip Candles Burning, and it smells very num num num. It's 5:06 p.m. I work 2 to 10 p.m. Oh no, that's a late shift. Well, sending all 11 hugs there. What kind of work are you doing? Is it like an office work or is it like retail work? Because either way, I know, late hours. Here too, it's 5:06, says Tempest. Yep. So, yeah, you guys are 3 hours ahead. I mean, behind me. 3 hours behind me. Mel is coming late for some reason. Yeah, makes sense. It's okay. Sometimes, especially for the delivery, it won't run like at noon. Office work, moving product systematically at a warehouse. Interesting. Nice. Well, much success with that, and enjoy the lurking, and hopefully you enjoy the working as much as you can enjoy it. I know those late hours can be something. I'm the kind of person who I like to get in work early and leave early. My current job does not allow it to be as early as I want it to be, but I'm dealing with it for now. But some people don't like to get up very, very, very early in the morning. Instead, they like to, kind of start work a little later and get off a little later, and they're okay with it. Husbean is working for another 6 hours today. Oh, says Tempest. Another 6 hours. So if you are at 5 o'clock right now, that means he gets off at 11. Very nocturnal for the most part. Yes, those sound like nocturnal hours. Because once you get off work, it's like, now what can I do? No, eat and then go to bed. I don't know. Um, I sure hope he's not opening tomorrow. Yeah, that's the problem. When you have to go to sleep at like 12 a.m. and then wake up at a 6 a.m. the next day, that's something kind of very annoying. It's good to get rest, you guys. Please get lots of rest. And yeah, I don't follow this myself that much, but I need to. Getting rest is very important. Please get the rest if you can. My friends are nocturnal too, so I got things to do. Yeah, well, that's good. So when you get off, then you still can do stuff, even though it's late. Nice, but just please do get rest, even if you get rest like in the morning and, wake up around noonday. Rest, that's the thing you put chopsticks on. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what is rest? Because, you know, days are so busy these days, so much stuff to do. And then we have work. And then we want to do our creative stuff. And it's like, when do we have time to do anything? And then there's so many responsibilities and everything. And it's just like, it's okay. Just calm down sometimes. Take a deep breath and try to take a little bit of time out for yourself, at least, if only just an hour, to just relax and breathe. Mood. Yes, big mood. Super. Because, yeah, I need to do better myself at relaxing. It's so hard because it's like I always feel like I have to be doing something, and then when I'm not doing something, then I feel bad because I should be doing something. It's like, wait, just calm down, It's okay. You need time to rest as well. Please rest. Because guess what? If you don't rest, then you won't be able to be your best at your jobs, and at your responsibilities and being there for other people. So it's important that you do take care of yourself as well. So I'm sending all the prayers, love, and hugs to all of you guys, and much, much rest to you, if only for just a couple of seconds, to just breathe. Because that's important. And drink water, guys. Take care of yourselves. Um, so yeah. Speaking of rest, I think that I'm probably going to call it a night soon. So I thank each and every one of you guys for showing up and chatting. Thank you so much to Tempest for sharing this article. I'm going to put it in the chat again. It was a very interesting article about bat species, and I did learn from it, and I will put it in this reading challenge article that I have. It's actually due on the 21st, and the 21st is Saturday. So I have a lot to do, and guess what? I'm not scheduled to stream again until after that. So I'm gonna probably, I don't know, I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'm probably gonna maybe stream tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. I probably will be able to stream on Friday. I probably will. It may be a surprise stream on Friday and go through a lot of other articles, because I'm supposed to at least, I think, read 9 articles. 10, maybe? 9 articles. I put 12 on here for myself that I just want to go through and read, because there's so much good stuff happening in the world Ember, and I didn't have that much time to read other people's stuff. So I really do want to read your guys' stuff, and hopefully I can stream a special stream and more people can join and show me articles they want me to read, so that I can have more stuff and have more lessons to learn, because, it's also a New Year's resolution article, where I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I do make plans. So the plan is to learn from these articles and see where I can improve in the new year. I have to drink so much water in the next 2 days. I have a blood test on Thursday. Well, much success with that. Water. Something that helps me is when you put water in, like, I have like a hydro flask, I guess. It's a red water bottle, and when you fill it up, when you drink it, you don't realize that, like, if you put it, even if you just do a mug, because I think some of you guys said you love coffee mugs. So if you put water in a mug, it's not like daunting like a big gigantic jug of water. So by the time you get done drinking the mug, because really this is all that's in here is water. I just like the mug. When you drink it, then it'll be easy to fill back up, and then drink it and fill back up. And by the time you realize you've drinking a lot of water, but it's just that you didn't feel like it was such a daunting task, because it was just such a big water bottle that you couldn't like measure Like sometimes seeing smaller portions is easier to finish off than a bigger portion, if that makes sense. So, like right now, this mug was full at the beginning of the stream, and it's really like almost empty now. Yeah, so that is something that you can do, and having smaller portions, but don't start laughing and choking on the water. I do not know why I started laughing. Yeah, exactly. I started laughing for no reason. But anyways, doing that and keep on refilling it, doing that will help you to um, get more water intake because you feel like they're smaller portions instead of a large portion that seems like such a daunting task you will never get done with it. It's why making small goals is better than large goals. Right, Ruby? No choking on your water? Yeah, hi, sorry. Yeah, you fulfill them faster and easier. Correct, Ruby. Yeah. Sometimes it's just better to chop it down a little bit, and that will help you. Like, even if you're trying to sprint words, writing a story, if you say, I have to do 10,000 words, then it's kind of challenging. But if you say, I'm just going to do 100 today, 100 the next day, then it's easier. And over time, you will get to that big amount. But if you force yourself to do a big goal at one time, it's probably just going to seem so daunting that you're not even going to want to get started because it's unrealistic. But yeah, so much success to you with that water intake, and hopefully smaller portions will help you to be able to, you know, intake the necessary amount of water. So yeah, I think that I am going to end the stream. I still did not make my end card credit scene, and I want to thank all of you guys because the end card credit scene usually does thank all the people who are, here and chatting, and but unfortunately I don't have that yet, but it's okay. I will figure out OBS soon. I figured out some things, and I'm glad what I was able to figure out, but I'm still not happy with the setup, fully happy with the setup. But, you know, um, oops, says Tempest. What is it? Oh, yeah, I accidentally sent a letter. It's 0. Is it? It's okay. No problem. It's still confusing to me, too. Yes, OBS is very weird. But I was just used to Twitch Studio, but, this is, as people have been telling me, it's more customizable, which is true. But yeah, it's a lot more complex as well. So um, it'll take some getting used to. I do have a few people who said that I could reach out to them if I need help. If you guys need help, feel free to reach out to me, and if I don't know it, I can reach out to the other people that offered to help me as well. Um, but yeah, this is a new setup, new year, and I might as well, get started on a new software. So, anyways, I'm going to have to figure out how to raid with this new setup because I still don't know how. We're gonna have to just end the stream without raiding anybody because I don't know how to raid here. You can reach out to me too. I've used OBS for at least a year. Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you for that, Tempest. You can type raid name. Oh, /raid name. Hopefully that will work. I'm just gonna have to go to Twitch and figure out who's streaming right now then manually. Usually in Twitch Studio I was able to simply just click the little raid button, and then I could, oh wait, I can do that, but I can do it in, Okay, I'm gonna do it in on the browser. Let's see. Stream manager. There we go. All right, so there should be a raid channel button, and I see it here. Yes, Twitch dashboard on browser. Yes, I see that you have said it, and now that's what I'm doing. Yep. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, we are going to try to raid a channel. Let's see who we can raid. Hmm. All right, I see Strixline is streaming. Maybe we can raid them. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here and chatting with me, hanging out, reading articles. Thank you for sharing your article, um, Tempest. I appreciate that so much. It was very nice to learn about those bats. And thank you guys for all the cool tips for OBS. And thank you for sharing your cool concepts in things in the stream and for just hanging out and chatting with me. So sending all the first love and hugs your way. Thank you so much. As always, God bless you all. Please do get some rest. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully, those packages will come soon. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get some nice rest when you get off work. But yeah, we are going to raid Strixline right now. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful, blessed time zone wherever you may be, and hopefully we're going to be cool and have a great setup next time. All right, bye bye.